I'm Wendy Devolder from Skillsmatter. Skillsmatter is a company specialized in open source technology and agile software development. So we teach courses on Scrum and XP, and we have courses on Spring, Hibernate, Web 2.0, Ajax, RIA, things like that. We also organize conferences and free events almost every evening. In fact, we've got a free event to support the open source community and the agile software development community with learning things.
So how did you get started?
Skillsmatter got started 5 years ago and was founded by me. The way I got into IT was because once, about 18, 19 years ago, I was a little young socialist, and I believed that internet was going to bring democracy and all goodness and peace to the world. So together with a couple of friends, we started a sort of not-for-profit organization to make websites for charity organizations, democracy organizations, things like that. And we tried to set up a company next to that to fund it, to sell websites to more commercial companies. We weren't very successful because nobody bought into the idea of internet. Nobody believed that it was going to stay, except at some point one company that was a temp agency, and we had convinced them that it would be a good idea to put jobs online, which was totally new at the time. And then when we had sold that idea, we suddenly thought, hang on, but don't we need like real computer skills with that? Because we only knew a bit of HTML and CGI scripting. So we thought we probably need a database, and by doing research ran into an object database called Object Store, which is for like massive enterprise systems and doesn't really go with HTML and CGI, but that's how I ran into a company that specialized in object technology at the time, a company called Objective Alliance. And when Java came around, they adopted Java, and I started to focus more on services. That company also had some issues because it was trying to sell products that are useful when you use object technology like C++ or Java, but nobody was using that. So it was sort of my idea to come up with, well, let's teach them then how to use these technologies. So I became the training department. In the beginning that was just me. From one thing came another. I got very excited and interested by a company called Valtech, because Valtech was the first sort of consultancy company that did only Java and no boring stuff like COBOL. That was definitely my view at the time. I set up I headed the training department at Valtech and also a few other departments I kept on chasing a few times. But really got involved in sort of OO and Java for large enterprise systems and helping customers with training and consulting to adopt these technologies. Then Valtech decided to move away from their initial idea of project delivery with skills transfer to we can do everything offshore for you, and decided that they no longer wanted to continue with the training department because there was in principle nobody to train here in the UK because they would just take everything to India. We in the meantime had built an excellent department and great customers, and I had loads and loads of ideas from very exciting people that I got to know through my work at Valtech, mainly people in the open source world and agile world. So I thought, okay, well it's a waste if we let that go. So the next day, after they pulled the plug, I founded Skillsmatter, and then yeah, we started with 1 or 2 training courses. We were very grateful and lucky to immediately start working with Spring Source, or at the time Interface 21, and with the guys from Tangasol Coherence. We grew that to JSF courses, CATS courses, and so on till now. I think we've got 64, 65 different training courses. We've got 50 different course authors, and all the course authors are either creators of the technology or very well-known experts in their subject area. And we've got about 100 instructors, and again, all 100 instructors are usually committed to open source projects, are definitely always sort of well-known people in the industry that are passionate, that love what they do, and that love transferring skills on these topics. This year, Skillsmatter for the first time is sort of exploring a bit outside the UK. Last September we started working with partners in Denmark, and have actually launched part of our curriculum in Denmark, in Aarhus now. and from September we will launch our full curriculum over there. We've also just opened offices together with partners in Poland, in Poznan, and we will be launching a full schedule there from July onwards. And we've also just agreed a partnership with a really nice company called Xebia in France, and we will be launching a full curriculum over there in September. We've also agreed a partnership in Norway with a company called Program Ontwikkeling, which is the sort of biggest training company in Norway at the moment, but they really have the same view as we do on quality and having real experts like Craig Larman and so on. And we've also just agreed partnership with a company called J-Way in Sweden. So this year we're really sort of trying to do what we're doing in London, which is supporting the community through free events, through conferences, by hosting user groups, helping the community and delivering training courses and conferences. And somehow what we found here in the UK at least, people help us back by ending up on our courses and making sure that our business runs as well.